kinda like you.
Hey everybody, Stephen Bastian with the Relationship Life. So today we're going to talk about the dreaded friend zone. That's right, the friend zone, myth or magic. Now what do I mean by that? Well, the friend zone can work one of two ways. It can get you in with that person on a very personal level. If you're best friends with that person, if you're really close to that person's going to respect you and look at you, and you know, that's the theory, that if you're really close to that person and you're best friends with that person, like I said, that person will look at you like, oh, this is my go-to, this is my rock, this is my person, you know. And it doesn't always work out that way, does it? You get stuck in that friend zone and they're not looking at you like your relationship material. They're looking at you like you are friendship material. I'm looking something up on my phone real quick because I want to quote it exactly, because a friend of mine on our page, our group, made a statement that was very pointed and I really liked it, and I want to quote it exactly. The friend zone is just when a girl loves your personality but isn't attracted to you at all. That's why they always say, I wish I could find a guy like you. It means, I wish I could find a guy like you, but hotter. That is dead on. I've heard so many times, because I've been in the friend zone. I've been in the friend zone so many times, I have a condo there. I'm thinking about running for mayor. And I've been in the friend zone, and they all tell me the same thing. Man, I wish I could find a guy like you. Well, hello, here I am. And what they're basically telling you is, yeah, I like your personality, but yeah, you're not what I want. I'm not physically attracted to you. Well, why is that? Why do we get stuck in a situation where there's attraction, but that person's just not attracted? Why did they lose attraction? Maybe that person at one point was attracted to you, and then they lose that attraction. Why? We're going to go into that right now. It's very simple. One word. Mystery. Mystery. When you are in the friend zone, you give the person that you're friends with all of your attention. When I was in the friend zone, I would answer every text immediately. I would answer every phone call on the first ring. That person wanted to see me, I was there. I was at that person's beck and call. I was constantly validating them. They put a picture up on Facebook. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Heart it, everyone, heart it. You're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. Constant validation, because I wanted to be so close to that person that that person didn't see anyone else. The problem with that, especially when that person's attractive, is, and you ladies will, that are, you know, especially you attractive ladies, and every woman's attractive in her own way, but I'm talking about women that constantly get complimented by guys. You know, you've got so many guys complimenting you. Like every time you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram, you're going to get 10, 15, 20 compliments. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you're so beautiful. It's what you're used to. That's the norm for you. Okay? With us guys, it's usually, you're so funny.
Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
You know, and there's a saying, make a girl laugh, you can make her do anything you want. Well, yeah, but you got to have that mystery too. And the way that works is you have to leave them wanting more from you and not understand where you're coming from. The reason we get stuck in the friend zone, like I said, is we're too available. We're too forthcoming. We give that person all of our attention. And like I said, that's what they're used to getting. Obviously, if you find that person desirable, other people find that person desirable too. So what's the secret? The secret is the word no. The secret is the word no. That person calls you up and says, hey, I want to get together for coffee. No, I can't. I've got too much going on. Sorry. I'm not available. What do you think of this picture? It's all right. You'd look better. I know that sounds messed up, but that person is so used to getting the attention from so many other people. That's why they friend zone you. They don't see you as attractive because you blend in to everybody else. I've talked in the past about a friend of mine that I had a friendship with. And she was like, I need you to be my best friend. I need you to be my rock, my person that I go to, my person that understands me. I need you to not try to get with me. Because everybody else is. She gave me a blueprint. She basically told me exactly what she wanted. Did I listen? No. Because there's fear. See, you get caught up in fear, and fear is a mind killer. You know, from Dune, fear is the mind killer. It's the little death.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration.
We're afraid that if we don't stay in this person's face, look at me, please look at me, see how wonderful I am, see, I'm great. I'm so great. They don't see that. They see you blending in with everybody else.
I'm just trying to blend in.
You're blended all right.
And you become just another person that's interested in them. If you act like, and it's really, it's kind of hard. You can't fake it to make it. You've got to become busy. You've got to get on your mission in life and not be as attractive to that person as you want. Okay, think about this, and I want all of you to really think about this, male and female. This works on both sides. Think of somebody that you were not attracted to, that was attracted to you. Okay, that person's maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, looks wise, a 5. Okay, a 5. You're not really that attractive. That person texts you. What do? I've done it. I've been there. You look at your phone and you go, I don't want to talk to that person. So they'll say, hey, what's up? And you'll look at it. You'll let it sit there for a few minutes. And if you're really bored, you'll be like, hey, what's up? Nothing. What are you doing? You'll text back. NMU. NMU. Not much you. You don't want to engage that person in a conversation. You don't want to talk to that person. But, you know, you're bored, so you're going to go ahead and engage a little bit. But you want to get out of it as soon as you can. Hey, listen, I'm busy. I got a lot going on. You'll make up an excuse. The dryer's on fire. You know, I got to go. Because that person, you're not attracted to that person. You see that person as a 5. Now, think about a person that you were attracted to that was a 10 or a 9 or a solid 8. Someone that you really like. That person texts you, and like I said, immediately, hey, how are you? How are you doing? Double, triple text. Bam, 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 bam. Look at me, look at me, look at me. See me. I'm here. I'm right here. Hey, how are you? How was your day? Question mark. How are things going? Question mark. Are you feeling okay? Oh, my stomach hurts a little bit. Oh my God, mine too. And you relate, and you relate. Look at me. Look how relatable I am. That person's rolling their eyes because they're seeing you the way you saw that 5. at that point. Even though you may not be a 5, they're like, another lackey. Another person that's just trying to get with me. They may enjoy the validation for a few minutes. Oh, well, you're interested in me, cool. But eventually it gets old real fast. So then they're the person that's blowing you off. They're the person that when you're going, how are you? How are you? Remember, I don't know if some of you are not old enough to remember Bugs Bunny, but there was a Bugs Bunny cartoon where there was a big bulldog. I think his name was Spike. And there was a little tiny dog. And he's like, hey, Spike, how are you doing, Spike? Hey, Spike, I'm your friend, Spike. I'm your friend, Spike. And Spike would smack him. Get away from me.
Hey, Spike, how about we chase cars, huh? Does that sound like fun?
It's exactly what it's like to be in the friend zone. We put ourselves there because we're too available. We're too attentive. We care just a little too much, and we show it. Because, I mean, when you become friends with a person and that you're interested in, usually that person has, you connect with that person because they have emotional baggage. They have horror stories. I just got out of a bad relationship where he ignored me, or he treated me like crap, or she treated me like crap, and she gaslighted me, or she would cheat on me. So then you relate to it. Oh, yeah, man, I've been cheated on too. Or, oh, yeah, I know what that's like. So what do? You overcompensate. I did it. I know what I'm talking about. They tell you all of these horror stories about past relationships because you're getting to know each other when you first start out. And you think to yourself, okay, that was my chair, that was not me. Just my chair. That's terrible. You relate to that person. Okay? So, I'm sorry, I threw myself with that chair squeak. Love a good fart joke. Anyway, you relate to that person because you want that person to see that you are not like that last relationship. That person wasn't attentive, didn't treat me with respect, didn't give me their attention. They were cold-hearted. I didn't get any affection. I didn't get any passion from that person. It was a loveless relationship. So what do? You overcompensate. You show them, I'm different. Nah, you can't be that way. The reason we get stuck in the friend zone is because we're too available. We're too attentive. And we care a little too much. So, what do? You got to learn the word no. You've got to be different than every other person that's ever wanted to be with them. Because people like mystery, male and female. It works both ways. Have you ever liked somebody and you text them and they don't text you back? And you're looking at your phone and you're like, huh, it says they're active now, but they didn't answer my text message. Well, maybe they're driving. Maybe that's it. You start justifying it. Okay, maybe they're driving. Maybe they're busy. All right, I'll let it go a little while longer. So what do? Overcompensate. You'll send another text message. You'll say your first text message was, hey, how's your day? Unread. Active now. Oh, they must be talking to somebody else. Or, like I said, maybe they're busy. Okay, I'll let it go. So what do? You follow up. I guess you're busy. No answer. Okay, maybe you don't want to talk to me. It says you're active now. I don't understand why you're not talking to me. You see what I'm saying? You start to come off as really needy. You don't mean to. It's not your intention. You're probably not needy. But you're not understanding why this person isn't talking to you. The reason the person isn't talking to you is because they don't want to talk to you. Why? Because every time they talk to you, you come off as a little bit needy, or a lot needy in some cases. And that gets too smothering. It's too much. It's too hard. Back off. Get away from me. I like your friendship. We have fun. We talk. We get along. But Sometimes you're too intense. I've heard that before.
Take it down a notch.
And it's because of those double, triple texts. And you'll start to imagine in your mind, why isn't this person talking to me? You need to not care. You need to not care. Now, it is a balance. You want to, especially guys, you want to balance, and I guess it works for females too, but you want to balance a fine line between being unavailable and busy and aloof and different and not validating them. You need to balance that with that and being a dick, or if you're a female, being a bitch. Okay, you don't want to come off as that. Because then that person's just not going to be attracted to you. There are some people that are, and you don't want that person anyway, trust me. But simply by saying no, by not being as available, you can work your way out of that friend zone if you're already in it. The best thing to do is not get in it, by not being too available. And it comes down to sexual market value. Sexual market value is where when you are a certain level, as far as on a scale of 1 to 10, let's say you're a solid 7. If you're going after a 10, you can get that 10. Actually, 10s are easy to get for 7s than anybody else. Because if you're going after that 10 is used to constant attention, as I said, from everybody. If you're that one person that doesn't give them that validation, that doesn't give them that attention, they're going to wonder why. Like, what's up with this person? Why? This is weird. Everybody else is crazy about me. And it's egotistical, yeah, but hot people are easy to get if you know how to play the game. It's when it's balanced that it's really hard. When two 7s like each other, that 7 is not used to a lot of validation. So maybe you give them a little bit. And that's where you get into the hot and cold. You've got to play a little bit hot, a little bit cold. You got to give them a little bit and back off. You want to create that mystery. Ladies, back me up on this. Some of the hottest guys that you thought were hot, or hotter, were because you weren't sure how they felt about you.
Do I got a fucking sign on my back that says save me?
No.
Do I look like I need that?
No, God, I just want to be with
Don't
you because
bullshit
I love you.
Don't bullshit me.
I
Don't you
love
fucking
I love
bullshit
you.
me.
You were calling your friends or texting your friends going, I think he likes me, but I don't know. I don't know. Does he like me? Does he not like me? I mean, one minute he acts like he likes me, and the next minute it's like nothing.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me.
And he hasn't texted me for 4 days, and what's up with that? Mystery. Now, I'm not attacking women, but women will give compliments and validations to men, all right, not to make the men feel good, but to reassure themselves that the guy that they're talking to is worth their time, has sexual market value, okay? The guys hear this and they think to themselves, oh, she's into me. She likes me.
This Princess Sophia. Come out and play.
Who's Princess Sophia?
Attention. So what do? They up their game. Their first instinct is to, oh, she likes me, I'm going to reciprocate. I'm going to give back to her and show her that I'm attracted to her too. And then she sees that, and it's gone. It's gone. And the reason it's gone is because it was never really there to begin with.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Now, you can take someone who does that and flip them on their heads, because they're giving you that validation to reassure themselves, as I said, that you are worth their time. You need to make yourself worth their time. And the way you do that is by being unavailable, being unresponsive to their validation. Okay? I remember I used to own a nightclub, and I was part owner of a nightclub down in Wilmington. And this girl came up to me and she was like, "Hey, can I get in?" I'm like, no. No. Why? Because I had the power. And by me saying no, she was automatically attracted to me. We actually ended up dating. Because I said no. Her charms didn't work on me. And it confused the hell out of her. Wait a minute. Why did this guy say no? Nobody says no to me. That always works with guys. Didn't work on me. But if you're a guy and a girl comes up to you and says, "Hey, can I borrow a pen? I need to write something down." You look at her and go, "No." And then you go, "I'm just kidding, you can use your pen." That makes them go, "Whoa, that was different." Because most guys, when they see a hot girl, "Can I borrow your pen?" "No, sure. Wait, look, let me see. Yeah, I got one. I got one here somewhere. Hang on, I got one. I got one. I got one. I know I got one. I got one right here." Comes off as desperate, needy. I've said this to a few people, and it's true. Especially, and this is for the guys. If you aren't the masculine, you're the feminine. And if you're the feminine, she doesn't respect you. Now that's not a sexist statement. Women who are attracted to men, and this is strictly for heterosexual relationships, women who are attracted to men are attracted to men. They're not attracted to you. They're not going to be attracted to you if you aren't being a man. Now, what is being a man? It's not being a dick, but it's being reserved, controlled, strong, silent, masculine, mystery. Why was James Bond so popular with the ladies? There was that mystery. There was that, what's he all about?
Only a certain kind of woman wears a backless dress with a Beretta 70s strapped to her thigh.
One can never be too careful when handsome men in tuxedos carry walkthroughs.
Give you a little dating advice, guys. And it's pure game. You can be used for evil, but I use it for good. You're out at a bar, let's say. Let's use a typical bar scenario. You're out at a bar, you meet a girl. All right, or let's say it's a first date. You go for a first date, you go to a cafe. For one thing, guys, don't sit all forward. No. Any lady watching this will tell you that's not attractive at all. You want to be chill. Hey, relaxed. You're looking around. You're not really focused on her. I like to use silence in that scenario. Out with a girl and she'll say, "So maybe we're just getting to know each other. We met online and it's our first time meeting up. So where are you from?" I'll sit back. I'll look at her. "Where are you from?" I didn't answer her question. I let the silence hang. I looked at her, smiled. "Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska." "Oh, you're a country girl." "Yeah, that's cool. I like big city girls myself. I think big city girls are hot. So, what do you do for a living?" You see what I did there? I changed the subject, but not only did I change the subject, I invalidated her. Just a little bit. She's a country girl. I just told her I like big city girls. It doesn't insult them, but it puts in their heads, wait, he's not that into me. Causes a tiny bit of insecurity. Later on, when she's in the shower, she's going to be thinking to herself, did you just say you didn't like country girls? it causes them to think about you. Now, what happens when you're thinking about someone? You're building attraction. You want to get that other person, and this works for women as well, you want to get that other person thinking about you as much as possible. Well, what will get them to think about you as much as possible? Absence. Mystery. No. Confusion. Uncertainty. These things cause a person to think about you. So by me saying I like big city girls and then changing the subject, she doesn't have time to respond or process it right then and there. So what do you do for a living? Oh, I work at Staples. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Now, you don't want to continue doing it. You don't want to go, oh, I prefer Best Buy myself. You don't want to be a dick. You want to give just a little bit. Oh, Staples, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I go there quite a bit. Which one do you work at? Show a little bit of interest. Oh, I work at the one over downtown. Oh, cool. I don't live downtown, so I don't go there that often. You want to use a lot of silence and a lot of mystery. At the end of the day, so this was fun. Now let her say that, or let the other person. If you're the female, let the other person say that. You can't be too eager. We'll text. Now, you also got to be ready for the test. All right, now, ladies, you are notorious for this, but it's the flake test. You tell them, hey, let's meet for lunch. Okay, cool. We're going to meet for lunch for 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Okay, we'll meet at such restaurant. All right, cool. 5 o'clock rolls around. She texts you and says, hey, I'm going to be 30 minutes late. You mind waiting for me? To see if you're going to be that guy that sits in that restaurant alone for 30 minutes. It's not necessarily a conscious thing. She's not doing it to be evil. She's doing it subconsciously. But she wants to see if you're going to wait. Now, you would think the logical approach is for you to say, okay, I'm going to wait for her, show her that I'm dependable. And you think that would be great, right? It shows you you're a doormat. It shows her you're a doormat. That you are going to jump through hoops for her. She's got 20 other guys that'll jump through hoops for her. Why should she possibly want to date you? And the girl says that to me when I'm an hour away from a date, and she says, hey, I'm going to be 30 minutes later. I say, listen, I got a lot going on in my life, and let's just reschedule. Let's do it another time. I can't sit there in a restaurant and wait 30 minutes for you. I've got too much other things going on. That's going to make her go, whoa, he's not willing to wait for me. You see what I'm saying? It gives you a little bit of market value. That you're on your mission. You're on your purpose. You don't have time for games. Next time you ask her out, she's going to be there on time. Because she knows your worth. She sees your worth, and she sees that you know your worth. A lot of times the reason we end up in the friend zone is we're too insecure to take risks. Because we're afraid that if we don't jump through hoops, if we don't show this other person that we are everything that they want, they're going to look somewhere else. The reality is if we give them everything they want and validate everything they say and be that person, their go-to, their best buddy, they're going to look at you as a friend. Because the hot guy, that's why when that person said, they want, I wish I could find a guy like you, only I want him to be hotter. The reason for that is that hot guy, that model, that guy that does modeling and is sexy and hot and has 20 girls on Facebook all contacting him because they want to get, every time he posts a picture, that every girl is like, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. You're so beautiful. You're so sexy, ha, laughing at everything he says. Everything he posts gets a heart. The reason he's attractive to her, because he's not interested. He's not going out of his way for her. He has higher sexual market value because he's on his purpose. He's not desperate. He's not hurting for attention. He gets it in spades. And you kill that attraction because at the end of the day, she doesn't care. He doesn't care. For every one of you, there's 5 others waiting in the wings. You have to be different. Now, would the friendship work? This is why I called it myth and magic. Can the friend zone work? Absolutely. If you are that person's best friend, that person's go-to, that person's rock, that person that they can go to and talk about their problems, but you have to be just enough I don't give a shit to make them work for it. People want what they can't have. They want to work for things. You need to be available yet not. It is a balancing act, and you've got to be very good at it, but you've got to be able to give the hard line no when it's appropriate to do so. But if you're stuck in the friend zone and you've already made your feelings known and you've already shot yourself in the foot, you need to realize that it's probably never going to happen at this point. Because of your actions, that person's just not into you anymore. They see you just like everybody else that's into them. As I said, you need to build mystery. Now, can you get out of it? Can you flip it? It has been done. I know many people that have married their best friend, and usually that's after the person that they were attracted to has been hurt so many times. That's a game of patience, and it is a gamble. If you wait long enough, and you stay that person's best friend long enough, and you don't show attraction, you just be their friend. See, that's where we screw up, is we show, again, too much interest, too much attraction. If you just be their friend, don't talk about relationships, don't talk about the future, don't have expectations, don't, talk about how you feel, and just be their friend, there is a chance that if that person gets hurt enough times, because they're going after the tens, they're going after the people that are popular, famous, and interesting, and if they get hurt enough times and rejected enough times, that they just might look at you and go, well, that person did care about me. That person's my best friend and has always been there for me. What am I waiting for? Why am I going after all these other idiots that don't give a shit about me when I have someone who genuinely loves me right here? It is possible. Likely? No. I'm going to tell you straight up, no. The friend zone is a black hole that you cannot escape from unless you're really, really, really good. And like I said, the best way to do that is to not show any validation, not show any attraction, and just be that person's friend. You need to learn the word no. Now, there is a way to avoid the friend zone altogether. There are relationship coaches who will tell you, be straight with that person from day one. I want a relationship. Well, I just want friends. Well, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not interested in friendship. I've got too many friends these days. So if you want to go out on a date, we'll go out on a date. It's kind of a maneuver I use with selling cars or buying cars. When I bought my car, I walked into the dealership and the car was like $35,000. And he said, it's $35,800. I said, okay. I said, I'll give you 31. He said, I can't do 31. I handed him my card, and I said, well, when you want to sell a car, let me know. Give me a call. And I got up and left. Walked out. Did not make it to my car in the parking lot before I got that phone call. Hey, come on back in. Sometimes you've got to bluff. It's like a poker game. Sometimes you've got to bluff. Sometimes you've got to tell that person, hey, look, I like you. I want to go out for coffee or go out to dinner. Oh, no, I'm not ready right now. I'm just looking for friends. That's a shit test. She wants to see how you're going to respond to that. Sometimes the best way to respond to that is a hard line no. Well, no, I'm not looking for friends. I've got too many friends. Like I said, you want to go out, call me. You want to get together and have coffee? I think it'd be fun. I think we could hang out. I think we can get to know each other. But I'm looking for somebody to hang out with on a more, relationship type level. That's what I'm looking for. Give me a call. And then, done. Walk away. Walk away. But you have to be ready for the fact that that person is going to call your bluff and they're not interested in you at all. And you're never going to hear from that person again. It's a game of numbers. The problem we have, as I said, is that we get wrapped into, oh my God, I've got to be with this person. It becomes desperation. Not that you're a desperate person because you can't get somebody, but because you're desperate for that person. You like that person. You want to be with that person. You will do anything. You will drive 6 hours, 8 hours, fly wherever to be with that person. To show that person, I'm really interested in you. But all you're telling that person is you're a doormat. You're too interested. It's too easy. That person doesn't have to work for it. And like I said, you think by making it easy for that person that person's going to want it because it's easy. It's right there. I'm handing it to you on a silver platter. Here, take me. It's all of me. I'm going to give you everything you've ever wanted. Here it is. Nobody wants that. They want to work for it. They want that mystery. They want that uncertainty. And they want to hear the word no. So if you're in the friend zone, the next time your bestie messages you, don't answer it for a day. Let that person text you back going, hey, are you okay? Don't answer. Why aren't you talking to me? And you go, hey, sorry, I was busy. I had something going on. What's up? Oh, I was worried about you. It's all good. Again, think about that 5 that's interested in you that you were not interested in. How did you text that person? How do you text your friends? Guys, how do you text your guy friends? Are you all, hey, how are you? How's things going? How? You're not. You're not. You're going to give 1 2-word answers. Not much. What's going on? Not much. It's cool. Everything's fine. Hey, let's get together and hang out. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I got going on. You're not interested in that person. So you're not going to show interest. You need to treat someone you're interested in like you're not interested. Because if that person is even a little bit attractive and used to attention, they're not going to understand that at all. Not at all. And it's going to rock them on their heels. And they're going to look at you like, what is up with that person? Why isn't that person interested in me? Mystery. Uncertainty. Get them thinking about you when you're not around. And you might just get out of that friend zone. I'm Stephen Bastian. This is the Relationship Life. I'd appreciate your comments. If I was right, tell me I'm right. If I was wrong, you can tell me I was wrong. I don't have any. I'm here to serve. I'm here to start a conversation. So let's talk. I'll see you next time. Peace.